Hey folks, I'm Lucy here at Ballyhoo Creations, and it's been a while since I just sat down and talked vlogging style and just kind of free flow without any editing or anything. I always envy the channels that do that because it's so much easier to just sit and talk and not have to spend hours and hours and hours editing what you said. So I'm just going to say whatever I say and we'll see how it goes. But I wanted to talk about the H+H trade show that's coming up in Chicago, June 22nd through the 22, 23, 24 through the 24th. It's 3 days, and I'll be going to that. And also, so I'll talk about a little like why am I going to that, and also are there trade shows or expos or conventions that maybe you should consider going to for machine embroidery. So H+H is a trade show. It is business to business. So the exhibitors obviously are businesses, and then the people who are attending also have their own business. And so it's not open to the general public. There's no shopping that happens at a trade show. Unlike an expo or a convention or festival, they have different names for those, and those are usually shopping based with classes. This one, this H+H trade show in Chicago, is more business education. I'm going for the classes. There's going to be a lot of that I'm going to be participating in, taking more business classes. It's not about machine embroidery. It's not specific to sewing. It's fiber art. So it's yarn, it's fabric, it's thread, it's things like that. Textiles, soft crafts, all handmade stuff. So it'll be talking to businesses that deal in those things, and that includes me. So I'm going to go and take those classes. And another reason that I'm going is to see there might be some new products that the exhibitors have that I'd like to know about. There are a few exhibitors that I'm really interested to talk to and see what they have, especially with making dolls and puppets on the embroidery machine. There are a couple of companies there that will have things that I just like to get, close up and feel them, because my local stores don't carry all of the stuff. And so that's another reason why it's good to go to a trade show or convention or something like that, because you can see stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the stores. Because these are the things that stores go to decide what inventory they're going to carry. Whether it's a small retailer, like there's going to be a lot of little yarn shops, there's going to be a lot of quilting shops and fabric shops, places like that will definitely be there. And those places can go and place like wholesale orders and decide what their inventory for the year is going to be. For small handmade shops like myself, I'm not going to be placing wholesale orders. I design, so I don't buy wholesale quantities of fabrics or threads or anything like that because I'm not reselling. Someday if I do kits for workshops, then I might need a wholesale supplier, but for like right now, this month, that's not on my radar. But yeah, so it's not about shopping, but it is about seeing what products are there. And like I said, even the big box stores will have buyers there who are looking at products that they can add to their stores. So at these trade shows, you might see things that will be in stores later on. And that's kind of cool to know, especially as a designer. If I wanted to make YouTube videos about new products that are coming out, trade shows are where that kind of stuff gets exhibited. And see, a lot of times you learn about it before it hits the stores, because the people at the trade show are seeing it at the same time that the stores are seeing it, and then they place their order and it comes in months later. So that's kind of a cool thing. The expos and stuff, for example, I'm a little upset about this because I booked my ticket to Chicago a long time ago. I've got my hotel room booked. I'm meeting my daughter there. She also has a handmade business. We're both going to be there together. But that same weekend, there is a sewing and quilting festival in my town, a mile from my house. And it's a big one. It's really big. Like all of the vendors, every embroidery machine vendor is probably going to be there. There's going to be all kinds of, the fabric stores will be there. There's classes. And I'm really upset about missing that because I haven't been to one of those in a long time. If you have a chance to go to a festival and expo convention where they're doing the machine embroidery or the sewing, go to those because they are so worth it. There's so many great classes. You'll learn new techniques. You'll see products that you don't normally see in the stores, because sometimes the vendors they're just like online vendors that you may not hear about, but all their stuff is there and you're like a kid in a candy store. And for those things, it is shopping based, and you definitely want to bring one of those little wheelie carts that you're pulling behind you, because there's going to be so many things that you want to buy. But the H+H trade show, H+H Americas, in June 22nd through the 24th in Chicago, is more like Quilt Market in Houston, or TNNA used to have something. And what's happened is after the pandemic, a lot of these trade shows, like nobody had trade shows and conventions. In 2020, everything was canceled. In 2021, a lot of stuff was canceled. There were a few things that were still going on, but the attendance was down. A lot of the trade show companies had a hard time staying in business. But H+H has been around for a long time. They have one of the largest trade shows for the craft industry in Germany every year. And a lot of companies have been going to that, so they're very familiar with H+H. And so when H+H came here to America for the first time this June, they're doing it. They already have a large, group of people who are used to attending. So that'll be cool to see who's there and maybe meet some new people in the craft industry. I'm also I was invited to a networking event for influencers, and I'm excited and I'm scared. I'm very scared because I don't network very well. I'm very uncomfortable, and trying to, are there products out there that maybe I want to have on this channel to review or to show you how to use or something like that? This would be a place where I can make those connections. So I'm really nervous about that because I feel like such a total ditz when I'm talking to people, kind of like this, like right now, what is she saying? I have no idea. But ultimately, the reason that I'm going to a trade show, even though I'm not a wholesale buyer or anything like that, it's to learn. It's to get the state of the industry, whether it's machine embroidery or sewing or whatever, and then bring that to you for more content so that I can deliver better content on this YouTube channel so that you get better, newer information, like what new machines are out there. I love keeping on top of that kind of stuff, or what new products are out there that are going to help us with machine embroidery. Things like that. So that's ultimately why I'm going. It's going to be a very expensive trip. It's probably not going to pay for itself, pretty sure. But I'm, like I said, going with my daughter, so we're just going to make a little vacation out of it. We used to live in Chicago. We have family up there. So, it's just going to be a fun trip and then get a lot of work done and expand our horizons while we're there. So we're both really excited about it. And I hope to bring you information about the show while I'm there and talk about maybe things that would be interesting to the machine embroidery community. So keep an eye out for that. As late June and maybe end of June, I'll have some stuff on that. So I just wanted to kind of talk about why I'm going, do a little vlog. There's not a whole lot going on with my design shop right now because I'm very focused on getting ready for the trade show. I'm making clothes because it's a handmade show and I want it I made this. This is a jumper from, who's this? Sew Liberty Patterns, the studio tunic, and I love it. And it has, I can't show you right now, but it has these ginormous pockets that are this big that I can actually put dolls and stuffed animals in. And yeah, I'm crazy enough. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stuff my pockets with my creations. How weird is that? That's the kind of thing I do. That's how I roll, man. So I just wanted to kind of update you on what's going on. I haven't had a lot of videos coming out. I've been busy with a lot of things, but I do have more videos in the works that'll be coming, machine embroidery related, also doll making series. I'm coming out with that, and a lot of you have responded really positively. I've got a few more videos for that series to finish up. And then let me know what you want to see. Are there tips, techniques, products that maybe you want to see reviewed? Usually I have to buy that with my own money, but like I said, I'm getting to a point with this channel now where I can kind of reach out to companies and ask that maybe they'll send me something, and I'm getting some positive responses with that. So if there's something that you want to see, let me know in the comments and tell me what you're looking for. I know what I'm trying to do with my business, but I really want to know what kind of content I can provide on this YouTube channel that would help you, because then that helps me to know what I'm doing. So that's all I had. I will see you later. I've got more videos coming this month, and stay tuned later in the month and I'll tell you everything that's happening at the H+H Americas Trade Show and what I've learned. See you later, folks.